I welcome you specially to the first module of this course. And in this module, we're going to be going over introduction to copywriting. We'll be looking over the basic things that you need to understand as a copywriter or as somebody who wants to learn copywriting. Let's just start with the first one, which is definition. Now, how do we define copywriting? Copywriting is simply the craft of creating text or content that is specifically designed to persuade or influence an audience to take a particular action. So if you have gone through websites online or you have gone through sales pages online where people are telling you to buy a particular product, all of those texts you see there are copies. You'd find out that before you went to the website, you most definitely did not know anything about the course. You most definitely did not even want to buy the course. But after going through the entire content on the page or on the person's maybe WhatsApp, any text at all, any kind of content, or maybe the person's Instagram page, after going through the entire content, you feel like you should buy that particular product. That's the power of copy. So copies are created specifically. They are designed for persuasion purpose to influence you to take a particular action. So if I want to sell a particular product to you, I would work with a copywriter to create a set of text or a content that persuades you to buy. So the content can highlight the benefit of the product, it can highlight a problem you're facing and helps you to solve it with my content. The goal of the entire thing is to ensure that you end up buying the product. So copies are different from content because copies focus on selling. They're not just educating you, they are looking at you must take this action. For example, if I want you to subscribe to my channel, or I want you to join my newsletter, or I want you to do something, I want you to follow my page, I can create a set of content that will drive you towards taking that action. The same way, if I want you to buy a product or I want you to take advantage of a particular discount, I can create set of content. I would create them strategically because I want you to take that particular action. So copies are the written text, just like you can have content. So content are like what you're seeing on your screen now is a content. So those written texts are content, but copies are written text that are created to cause an action. So content may not really need to cause any action. For example, you can have a funny content like Mr. Sabinus. You know Sabinus the comedian. Now he is a content creator. He creates content. Most times the content are not created to sell. But you can see sometimes he can come and tell you about a particular product that is maybe an ambassador for, and you will see he will tell you, okay, click the link in my bio. Now that particular content is different from his normal comedy. That particular one can be likened to a copy because that particular one is now telling you to do something. So as copywriters or entirely in copywriting, we are creating content or text that drive people to take a particular action, right? So that's just the basic definition of copywriting. Let's just quickly look at what is the purpose of copywriting. Now, copywriting helps to persuade an audience. It helps to influence readers to take a desired action. So the purpose of copywriting is to persuade an audience to do something, to take a particular action. Then the next thing is to communicate value. Now, in copywriting, you want to clearly communicate the value of that particular thing. For example, if I'm going to sell a product that is going to help you make more money, then I should be able to communicate the value expressly. I should be able to show you how this product can help you. So if you're a student in school, I should be able to show you how if you can make more money, you can take care of yourself. You don't have to call your parents at home. You don't have to ask your friends. You can even help your friends. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to communicate the value of that particular product. It's different from when I'm just writing a random content because I know I want to what? I want to reach a particular goal. And then the next one here is engage and connect. Now, copywriting captures the attention and builds relationship with the audience. It engages with the audience and it connects with them. If I want to sell something to you, I need to be able to connect with you. If at the end of this program, I want to sell an advanced copywriting course to you, then I need to start by ensuring that you are connected to me from the beginning. So the entire program will be designed in such a way that at the end of it, when I tell you to buy a course, you will buy it. Why? Because of I have engaged with you all through the course and I have connected with you. So that's another purpose for copywriting. Another one is to build brand awareness. So copywriting establishes and reinforces the brand's identity. Now, the brand identity is going to be revolving around the tone of the message, the tone of conversation, the kind of colors that I use, right? The kind of text, the kind of fonts that I use. You get, so those that particular thing or those set of identity can be effected properly using copies. So if you see, there was a time where Coke, that's Coca-Cola, was creating a particular campaign that was saying that they were using names of people. Share a Coke with somebody. When they tell you share a Coke with Lekon or share a Coke with Ayo, so that particular thing is reinforcing Coke identity, which is sharing love, which is creating happiness. And then they're also infusing that with copies. And as a matter of fact, they sold more products in that particular period than other because of that particular identity that was incorporated using copies. Every time, and anywhere you get to, you would always see that particular product. They would always put the name of people there, and people were buying a lot of that particular product. Why? Because of copies. So copies allows them to reinforce their identity. If I tell you now, what's the color of Coca-Cola? Everybody knows it is red. That's because of the marketing that goes into it. You get? And then the next one here is it drives conversion. Now, copies motivate readers to take on the call to action. Now, call to action is CTA. That is little word for that. So that is the text you put, or that is the action that you want them to take. For example, if I want you to subscribe to this channel, I tell you subscribe to the channel. That is call to action. So I'm telling you to do that, or I'm telling you to click on the red button or the black button and subscribe. What am I doing? I am telling you, okay, subscribe. You get that? So it drives conversion. Copies allows you to drive conversion. It's not just telling you about the product, it's telling you to get it. So it's amplifying the conversion rate. And then the next one is educate and inform. Copies provide necessary information attractively. So it educates you and it also informs you. Now let's just quickly look at the difference between content and copy, because most people confuse content writing with copywriting and they are very different. Content writing, or let's say copywriting persuades the audience to take action, while content writing informs, educates and entertains the audience. So the best example, like I used before, was the example of Sabinus. You know Sabinus as a skit maker. All of those funny skits he makes are all content, right? So he's using them to either educate you on something, to make you laugh, or is informing you on a particular thing. Now, when Sabinus comes in and decides to market a particular product, let's say, for example, One is Bet, that's a very popular product that most of these guys market. Now, when he's doing that, he's now telling you to click the link in my bio. He's telling you about Champions League that's coming up, how you can place your bet and win. What is he doing there? That is no longer just a content. That is a copy. He's trying to market to you at that particular point. So both of them look like content, but one is driven towards a particular purpose, why the other one is not. The normal funny skit will just make you laugh and that's all. But the other one would remove money from your account. You would have to fund your wallet and all of that. You get? So it is driving you to take a particular action. So copywriting is short and focused, whereas content writing is longer and more details. So copywriting is often short. It is direct to the point. There is no beating around the bush. But you see content writing, it is very, very long. You can make it as elaborate as possible because you're just sharing information, right? And then the next one also is copywriting drives conversions and sales, while content writing builds brand awareness and trust. Now, when you're writing copy, you're trying to sell like straight up. But when you're writing content, you are building awareness and trust. Now, it's because of Sabinus have been creating content again and again. That is why we trust him. That is why when he put out a copy, we buy because of those contents. So content is long term. He creates content every single day for the past more than 4 years right now, and he's still in the game. So the content is making us trust his brand, but the copy allows us to buy from him. Hope you understand that. Then another one again is copywriting highlights product or service benefits, while content writing addresses audience needs and interests. So the copy is highlighting the benefit of the product. When you get this particular product, this is what you get. We want you to buy it. But content is what? Content is addressing the audience needs and their interest. It is addressing what they want. Maybe they're having a particular problem. You can maybe how to do so. What are you doing? You're addressing their problem. You are giving them solution. That is content. You get me? Another one is content. I mean, copywriting is measured by conversions and sales, while content writing is measured by engagement and shares. When I'm creating content, I want to get more followers. But when I'm writing a copy, I want to get more sales. Can you see the difference? So they are very different. So most times you see people who are copywriters, they also know how to write content. For example, I'm very good at copy and I'm also very good at content. You get? So, but they are different. When I'm writing copy, I know what I'm doing. When I'm writing content, I also know what I'm trying to get. So you must not use them interchangeably, right? So if you're a copywriter, you can also decide to know. I mean, as a matter of fact, if you're a copywriter, you should know how to write content because copy can't stand on its own without content. It is the content you write that you bring into copy that makes it work. Whereas a content writer can stand on its own without copy. I hope you understand me. So this is going to be the end of this session. I hope you've learned a lot. If you have any question you want to ask, you can drop them in the comment section and I would attend to them. All right. So I'm going to see you in the next session.